Do you know why the queen is the strongest piece in a game of chess?
Yes, because a chessboard looks like a kitchen floor.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from the Modern King about a firefighter canceling his wedding to a toxic fiance. Honestly, good on him, guys. I think more men need to stick up for themselves. Let's jump into it.
She is independent and she pays her own bills and she takes care of herself.
Then she's an average adult. Dude, our society needs to stop treating women like children deserving of admiration for accomplishing the most trivial of tasks. You wanted the patriarchy to be ended so bad, and now here's the consequence. You're not a child, you're an adult. Congratulations to adulthood. That is so tough.
What these women fail to realize is how men have been paying rent, going to the gym, and being independent for quite literally decades, but for some reason, even they can't explain, they think they deserve a medal for doing it themselves.
The procedure went great, extraction went great. You just cannot open your mouth or talk for the next hour. Maybe 2 hours. You can't talk or open your mouth for up to 5 hours, no talking, no nothing open. For the next 24 hours, no talking. And you can never talk, no more talking. Just no more talking at all ever again, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
That dentist is really doing the husband a solid. He couldn't have gotten more than a couple $100 in that bribe, and he has no problem telling his wife to never talk again.
My husband works 2 jobs, and he works 64 hours a week, has like 1 day off. And within that 1 day, I want him to go outside with us, but he wants to stay home and spend time with us. But I don't want that. I want us to be outside. And I'm upset with him because we don't go outside and do activities as a family. Am I being reasonable or am I being a bad wife?
She's being a bad wife, let's be honest here. This man works 2 jobs and just wants to rest on his day off. She's trying to take control of his time, and when he says no, she goes onto TikTok to complain about it.
At the risk of being called a pick-me, because God forbid I defend men more than once a year, this woman is completely in the wrong. Someone told her to get a job, and she said no, LOL, while her husband is out working 64 hours a week at 2 different jobs. And she's online complaining about how he doesn't want to go hiking with his family on his 1 day off. If quality time means that much to you, a part-time job could help take some of the weight off his plate so he has the bandwidth for those moments you claim to value. I'll never understand this wave of pushing the trad life just to turn around and complain that the man you made the sole provider doesn't have energy left to perform emotional labor.
She's not a traditional wife. A traditional wife respects her husband and will work with him, but she's acting like she's being mistreated just because he won't do what she says on his only day off. That's not traditional in the slightest.
You chose that dynamic. If you hate the consequences, maybe rethink the setup.
Even though it's my birthday, get her a little something, right? Well, happy wife, happy life. You know what I'm saying? You got something for me. It's funny, last time I did this, I was wearing this same shirt and my Uncle Sonny's cufflinks. Pretty ironic.
I did.
If there's one thing that a modern woman should never do, it's accept an invitation to get on stage with a stand-up comedian. But the bright side is that it's great for men, so it's not all that bad.
He flipped it on you, so
I don't know what's going on. I was trying to be nice. I tried to.
Nah. Just this one. You don't want to. Where it is. It's pretty. Well, it's beautiful. Pretty good for a fighter, right? But, yeah. Yeah. I know everything.
If a husband is asking his wife for her wedding ring in front of everybody, then it's not going to end well for her, but she's too fixated on the attention from the crowd to care.
That's right, bitch. I know everything. I had to see his skinny little pill. I wasn't in. What? I know about all the Plan B pills you had to take, you filthy. You, I know. Yeah, that's right. I know everything. Don't act like you don't know. hate you. I never hated anyone like that. I hate you. I hate what you did to me, the betrayal. I hate what you did to my children. You know exactly who it is. You know exactly who it was, too.
Even now, when he has all of the evidence, she's still making a pathetic attempt to gaslight him into thinking that he has no idea what he's talking about. She's only feeling guilty for getting caught in the affair.
What's happening?
I know everything.
I don't know. I don't know.
Everything.
Uncle Benny.
I hate what you did to my children. The life you stole from them. You want me to show them? I'll show them everything. You sure you want that? I don't think you do.
Are we sure? What the? Of course he's. He knows. He knows. Why am I thinking?
I don't give a.
He mentioned knowing about Plan B pills, the secret meetups, and has even saw the size of the guy's member. It's safe to say he's pretty sure that his woman is cheating on him.
I don't trust that firefighter guy that exposed his girlfriend or whatever fiance on the 40th birthday party. I don't.
Why not?
I don't.
What
I don't
happened?
think any man that can expose you in front of that many people and call you out your name like that was scary. Like, her cheating was not as bad to me as the way he was talking to her.
So the words he said to her at his birthday party to expose her for cheating, that's what was worse than the cheating. Let me give y'all the perspective of a man who's been cheated on.
That man had every right to be furious. She took multiple Plan B pills, which implies that she was not only cheating, but she was cheating with a man without using protection. And that is not only hurtful, it's also incredibly unsafe.
When you're a guy, right, and I know the ladies, I need to give y'all, I really need y'all to listen in. When you're a guy and you've been cheated on, see, on social media, you're thinking, oh, she probably just slipped away and cheated once. No, this is a whole relationship. And God forbid he was a guy in the past who's been the side guy because he knows the ins and outs of it. The other guy had her legs up by her ears, dropping in her stomach. But you know it's crazy. In the video with the firefighter exposing his girl, you fully understand the context. You understand what caused such a reaction. And you still questioning the reaction? I'll never get you. I never understand y'all.
This man dedicated his life to this woman. He was loyal, loving, and dedicated. She returned this sentiment by having an affair. Of course, he's going to be enraged. She destroyed him for unacceptable reasons.
PSA, bad drive white vehicles.
Somebody better tell my wife who she's married to. We have Jamal Crawford, we have Candace Sparkle, we have Shaq who needs to make an announcement.
No, you wanna hear that song?
What's the song?
Roses really smell like boo. I just want to give you your flowers.
I had a joke too.
Buying a modern woman flowers is a complete waste of time and money, guys. The man is buying something that is going to wither away and die within the first week. And not only that, guys, usually these women who claim that they want flowers, they're not even worth getting the flowers in the first place.
Roses really smell like boo.
Already, it's so early, Shaq.
Flower girl.
Somebody's grandma real angry that their couch just became a jacket. But no, I love it. I love it. It was just a joke. It didn't mean anything.
I want to give you your flowers, Candace.
I appreciate
You know, I hope while we were doing college basketball, Shaq went and smelled the roses.
I know you ain't talking. Don't let me get on you. Don't do that, let's go. Don't do
How about
that.
this?
You know why my face is beautiful?
Why?
Because of my two lips.
He dandelion. Okay. All right, stop. Stop. Regain composure. Okay.
This woman is hosting a sports show with two dudes. She should know that dudes are going to rip on each other for fun, but if she can't take the good-natured ribbing from a couple of guys, then she has no business being on a show dedicated to sports.
So I initially just responded to this comment. And I said, because men are people, just like everyone else. And apparently that was so offensive that this person had to block me. What exactly was so offensive about my saying that men are people? It's almost as if some out there need reminding that men are people, and we shouldn't dislike them just because they're men. That really says a lot, doesn't it?
It's because modern women do not like men. They make it clear that any form of compassion, sympathy, or even positive recognition towards men is so offensive that they get furious with anybody who does it.
Why do dads get to do everything independently? You're gonna go work on your truck? Don't worry, I'll watch the kids. You're gonna go mow the grass? I got the kids. You're gonna go work down the shed on whatever the heck you do down there. Kids can stay in with me. But you want a clean house to live in? You want all your clothes washed? You want food to fill your belly? Don't worry, I'll do it with a baby on my hip and a toddler screaming hanging onto my leg.
Well, there's a very simple reason for that. The reason why what we do as men, we do independently is because it's dangerous for children. I've never seen a kid get his finger smashed between two pieces of laundry.
If a woman feels the need to openly complain about having to operate machines that will do the majority of the work for them, while men do dangerous work that could end in serious bodily harm, it just proves how ungrateful of a wife she truly is.
If you could just agree, and we can move on with the segment, please. Very much. All right, so after 4 games, who here likes breast? Like breast? You do too?
I like the shape of them. You look at the setup from the manager, what he's got, you know. He's got a front 2 tonight?
Yeah, two big pair up front that are going to...
I'm interested, how much do you enjoy watching them? Would you pay to watch them?
I have done.
Basically, this woman is just picking a fight for no reason. If a man says that he's not interested in a woman's body, then he's not a man, apparently. But if he says he likes a woman's body, then he's a pig. It doesn't matter how the guy answers, she's going to take offense anyway.
The thing that you can say is you don't have to be big, you can be small and compete.
That's interesting. Good. Do you think breast could get exposed tonight?
I hope so.
What is this nonsense?
Why is this woman interrogating men about female anatomy on a show that's dedicated to football? Even when it's a show dedicated to men's sports, she still has to make everything about women's quote-unquote oppression.
Slow burn joke you got for us?
So when my husband and I first started going out, he was a really bad snorer. And what he told me was when he lay on his back, his balls would cover his anus and create an airlock, and that's why he snores.
Did you, in his stage, while he was snoring, just test by picking them up to see if they weren't blocking his toot hole?
I cradled his balls for 3 years before I figured it out.
You have to admit, even if she was ignorant on basic human anatomy, she at least was so dedicated to this man that she did that act for 3 years before she realized that he was joking. But at least she doesn't sound furious about it, so good on her for taking the joke in stride. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.